When you think of online classes, do you think about aesthetic desk setups or Discord nights during exam week? Do you only think of the romanticized version of it all? Well, online classes seem too good to be true, right? Wrong. Actually, education in the Philippines is anything but accessible. Universities with better quality education are usually too expensive for the average middle-class Filipino. So most Filipinos have no choice but to stick with public schools, which unfortunately do not have much quality due to lack of budget. In a 2018 study by the Program for International Student Assessment, a sample of mostly public school Filipino students ranked last in comprehension out of 79 countries and 78th in science and math. Furthermore, the outbreak of the COVID-19 virus created heavier challenges for both students and teachers. For almost 2 years, schools have adopted distance learning, which meant added costs of gadgets and internet that are not accessible to all students. Students and teachers are forced to learn at home where the environment is not always friendly. So learning has become extra stressful, greatly affecting the mental health of particularly students who are bombarded with overwhelming workload. The prolongation of distance learning has been subject to massive protests. And a few years into the pandemic, the Philippines is one of, if not the last country to reopen face-to-face classes. As a student myself, I believe that education is everyone's fundamental right. But at the moment, the Philippines' education system, even before the pandemic, continues to be flawed, lacking quality, and inaccessible to the most vulnerable sectors of society. We must acknowledge that the current situation of education is anti-student, anti-teacher, anti-poor, and oppressive. We call not just for ligtas na balik eskwela, but a demand in the reform in the education system so that we can produce capable citizens and no student is left behind.